morning, everyone, and welcome back to my garden. So today is a very exciting day. We are in January, so that means it's rose month. So we have a lot of roses here, and so basically in zone 9, zone 9B, which is what I'm in. Our roses, we have a pretty mild climate, so even though it does tend to get pretty cold at night, a lot of them don't drop their leaves. So we have to come in and defoliate prior to pruning, so they go dormant. Otherwise, they're just going to hold on to those leaves, and a lot of them look scrubby and old, and I don't want to harbor any fungus or any diseases. So we strip them of their leaves, prune them back. The climbing roses, we train them, train the lateral canes so we get a lot more blooms, which Patrick is an expert on that, so I let him take care of the climbing roses. But for today, I think I'm going to get started with just the defoliating, and then kind of go from there, and we'll see how far we get. So let's go get started.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Into action?
Yes. Doesn't look much right now, but it will. So as I was defoliating this rose, I found something really sad with our Strawberry Hill. I'm pretty sure it has gall. I'm so sad. I've heard a lot about it. I've never actually dealt with it. But from what I've read, it's basically, it's really bad, and it's basically like we're gonna have to take the rose out. Which is a bummer, and I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do, because we definitely need to put another rose here. So I don't know if I just excavate out all the dirt and replace the soil, but I'm 99% sure that's gall. So I'm gonna go research this, but it's really sad because I really love this rose. But I have noticed last year a lot of the larger canes started dying out. So we've actually had a lot of cane death, to the point where I even trimmed it back a lot because we had so much dying. So I wonder if that's the cause. I'm really sad. I don't know if it had it when we got the rose. I mean, we did get this from David Austin. I don't know if it's something that was already in the soil. I will definitely be disinfecting all of my tools and getting rid of all these leaves because I don't want it to spread to the tons of other roses that we have. But this is a bummer. This is a real bummer. I mean, that looks bad. Darn. Well, I guess that's just part of gardening, right? So then, as you can see here, so I did get confirmation from David Austin that it is crown gall. So we did remove that Strawberry Hill and disposed of it. I sanitized this area. We excavated a very large hole. You know, they recommend not to replace the rose in the same spot, but I mean, this is my rose arch. I can't really move it. So I did, so going back to David Austin, they have the best customer service ever. I wasn't even thinking about getting it replaced, just wanting to confirm that it is or isn't crown gall. They were so helpful. They emailed me back like that night at like 9 o'clock at night, which I'm like, wow, that's amazing. I took pictures. They, walked me through it, confirmed. But they are going to replace it. But I think what we're going to do is, because we do have the Eden on this side, so we had the Eden and then the Strawberry Hill, and then I felt like they just didn't bloom at the same time, so I didn't get that really magical like rose arch. So I'm going to throw an Eden in here and just see what happens. So it's been a little over a week or so since we did all our rose care. We actually have rain finally, so it's nice and fresh outside. But we did get that Eden climber that we are going to replace where the Strawberry Hill was. And I did do some research on crown gall. I did find this product. It's called Fertilome Fire Blight Spray, and it basically is a antibacterial, an antibiotic, so to speak, for fire blight, but it also treats gall on roses. Um, I think that Strawberry Hill was too far gone. It looks like it had cancer, so I didn't want to even deal with it. When we took the rose out, it actually fell apart, so I don't think it was going to survive. But David Austin has amazing customer service and a great warranty. So, like I said, I wasn't even expecting anything, and they're like, "Well, we're going to replace it. Don't worry." So I do have another plan though for Strawberry Hill, so she's not going anywhere. So we are going to have her out in the landscape, um, and they're actually going to ship her out, I believe, next month. So I'm really excited about that. But in the meantime, I did dig out that large hole. We even dug out a little more, and I made that solution, and I doused it in that hole, and I did a few times. So I'm hoping that it will treat um, anything in there. And then we did soak the rose, even though it didn't show any signs. This new rose, any signs of anything, just as a precaution. So I'm happy I found this product. I don't know. It seems that it's hit or miss, but I'm excited to try. So let me show you. So she's just a little baby. So this is the Eden Climbing Rose. So I think it'll be really nice to grow up this arch, and hopefully it'll catch up to this one. And as you can see, we do have a fountain that we set up. I'll show you guys that in our next video. But we do got a lot to do still. Still a lot of cleanup. I've been picking up tons of plants on the Lowe's clearance rack, so that will be also coming. So I'm really excited that we've got our Eden placed. I think this spring is going to be really good. I'm so excited. We've got a lot of projects coming up, a lot of little things that we want to show you. I'm getting so excited for spring. I've got so many plans. We're getting our major seed starting going, so I'll bring you guys along for that as well. I still feel like I'm learning at all these things, and so it's, I kind of feel like I'm starting to hone in on my style and kind of what we want in the garden. So I'm really excited, and Patrick's actually got some really fun things coming up to show you guys. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching this really weird video. I didn't expect it to take a turn like that, but and I'm just glad it's taken care of. I'm glad it's gone. Now we've got a fresh start. We'll see what happens. I mean, that's kind of life, you kind of just go with it and figure out what works. So that's what we're doing. We're winging it. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video, and thank you all for letting us share a little piece of our garden. Have a great day. Bye.